Redwood Literacy partners with schools to provide top-notch, evidence-based intervention programming to any student who needs it. We look at student caseloads, help schools identify the instructional level of where every student is starting. We curate individualized intervention plans for each student, and we report on progress throughout the year to school administrators.
My name's Mike Rogers. I'm the founder and the executive director of Moving Everest Charter School. Yeah, I think one of the challenges is always when you're dealing with an external vendor, how do you mesh their program and their personnel with what's going on internally? That being said, Redwood has been phenomenal in terms of how do we make this work, right? And so it has kind of eliminated that fear, that concern right off the bat. From there, it's been kind of smooth sailing in terms of our internal team, our leadership team, working with Redwood to craft a schedule that works for Redwood and for our kids and for our teachers, and then just kind of see it explode from the very beginning.
We partnered with Redwood because we saw a need in our students that was so severe. We didn't have the resources, we didn't have the training in our building, and so we reached out to Redwood and quickly found that very highly trained, competent instructors were available and could do the frequency and duration of the intervention that our students needed that we just couldn't provide in-house. So we found that it was the perfect fit for what our students needed.
When I think of school leaders in the city of Chicago, I know that they are receiving caseloads of students who don't have foundational academic skills. So I get really excited about Redwood partnering with schools because we know how to catch kids up. We have a team of intervention specialists. They're equipped with top-notch evidence-based programs like the Wilson Reading System, Woodin Math, the Writing Revolution, these programs that we know work. And they've received lots of training, ongoing coaching and support, and they can go in and just focus on the intervention process and truly create plans for kids to get from point A to point B. And then as a school leader, you know that your objective for your students, which is to help them grow academically, is being met, and you can focus on all the other things that go into running a school effectively.
The highlight that I've seen is people who on the staff who aren't affiliated with Redwood or don't really know anything about Wilson or the program have mentioned that they're seeing progress in students in the gen ed classroom. And so teachers are seeing like a confidence level that is hard to see in the data, but has been showing up in, I would say, all of the students. They just feel more confident. They have more skills that they can pull from in the gen ed classroom when they're expected to do like grade level work because of the Wilson and the Redwood program that they've been doing.
I think a big point of growth for the kids that they have talked about with me, which is exciting, is reading becoming easier for them.
Ever since I started doing Redwood, I've been doing better. At first it was difficult, now it's like easy to me now. I feel like less smart than my peers, but I feel like we all the same now.
Seeing them be more willing to read in class and understand, not just reading it, but understanding what they're reading. Going back over the passage, picking out the important characters, the years, the dates, watching them grow from, no, I don't really want to do it, to kind of getting better at it. Like volunteering to reading has really been amazing, amazing, amazing to see for them.
And after Redwood, I feel kind of more excited. I was ready for it.
They send me some words to do at home, and when I get home from by the hand, I go on there and learn. And when I come back to school, I get better and better at reading.
I think for the kids to be able to notice that, like from a non-data standpoint, I think that's great. And then, I mean, from the data standpoint, the data looks great. I mean, the kids are moving quickly through the program with the number of minutes that they have per day, plus the fact that they're with the most qualified instructors that they could be with.
I think it'll be a great opportunity for us to really kind of go to the world in Chicago here and say, look, we did this and it was highly successful, and we're gonna kind of push all of our chips in on this, and you should too.
Your kids that are at the highest risk or who need the most support because they just have not been super responsive to previous intervention deserve Redwood the most, because it's the most systematic way for them to gain access to something that we all should have.
Redwood brings a wealth of knowledge and resources and just highly trained instructors who have the time to dedicate to small groups of kids who need highly trained instructors every single day. And that's something that we couldn't provide in-house. I think that's the biggest lever that Redwood offers is the people, the time, and the resources, the training.
By nature of the job, you have 10,000 things you have to do at once. And meeting every kid, when you have so many kids in your classroom, or giving them the individualized attention and support and lesson planning and prep that they need is just often not sustainable in a school setting. So having Redwood come in and being able to provide that targeted support, that one-on-one or small group connection with students is just vital to seeing that real growth that closes the gap.
And I think that's one of the things that really attracted us to Redwood was really the Wilson approach, right? And it's something that I think our team here really feels strongly about. I think the research and data certainly backs that up. I think a lot of that research and data is kind of coming to light now that maybe wasn't that well known. And so I think as others are looking at where to go and how to best approach the needs of their kids, that we found tremendous success with Redwood and with Wilson, and think that that's without a doubt the way for us to go forward. And so would certainly encourage others to do the same thing.
We're excited to meet you, and we really look at each partnership as an individual relationship. We know that every school looks different, there's a different culture, there are different needs, and one model is not gonna fit every school culture. It's not gonna meet everybody's needs. So we're excited to begin that conversation hearing from you. This is what we're looking for, this is what our non-negotiables are, these are the resources that we're working within, and then we can come to the table with the intervention expertise and build plans that will truly change the course of your students' lives, and we can celebrate that progress together. These kinds of partnerships are the ones where everyone is really able to function within their area of expertise, and I think that's when we see the best solutions put into action.
It feels incredible because we know that this is it, right? This is the optimal model.
We're giving the students the best that we could possibly give them on a daily basis.